Let's talk about high stakes, no safety net, no safe space. Let's talk about crash and burn, gotta learn to learn from your mistakes. Red line and no silver line, and lost count of sleepless nights. Took it off the air, how will I prevail? Can't seem to get shit right. Conversation with the star player, looking in the mirror, looking crazy. You from at the bar, them turnovers costing, you been paying for it daily. Chasing the money elusive, women you fucking wanna be exclusive. You were just coming through on some cool shit, now she really ready trying to do shit. Clocks don't stop ticking, so many obstacles on this mission. Being patient and racing time, at the same time start to get sickening. Pockets feeling super light, the burden get heavy every day and night. Knowing the phase, the birth of success, embracing that fact is part of the play. Because and kept it real, said it get rough around that corner. The proof is something you can feel every time the darkness was upon us. The methods get lost in the madness, gotta break a few bad habits. Got a clear view of what's happening, you got the plan to put it in action. Everything you ever needed, gold miners on the inside. Take a look deeper, slow climbs to the showtime. Everything you've been dreaming is reality on the other side. Just push through a few demons, it's a cold ride but the soul survive. Everything you ever needed, gold miners on the inside. Take a look deeper, slow climbs to the showtime. Everything you've been dreaming is reality on the other side. Just push through a few demons, it's a cold ride but the soul survive. Now it's down to the business, alone in the room, no room for feelings. Foundations of what you've been building, put you in position to make you a killer. Stay cold-blooded like a villain when making decisions, they get what you give them. Not a politician, but you politicking and you campaign like a winner. Saints gon' turn to sinners if they can't afford their dinner. So you keep up your antennas, scan their frequencies and spin them. Play your hand aggressive, poker face, they feel the pressure. Your hunger they can't measure, raise the stakes another level. Quarantine with a money scheme and the balls to get up and get it. The market's down and there's wolves around, still manage to make sense of it. Tunnel vision on the path, build up a stash, keep foot on the gas. Go as far as you can go, then a little more, nothing is holding you back. Crack that code and then reach back. Grab your brothers, we a pack. Yeah, we struggle through the troubles, but the trunk remain intact. Every victory is a blessing, players unconcerned with stats. See, the dream is to get a ring for the home team, and that's a fact. Everything you ever needed, gold miners on the inside. Take a look deeper, slow climbs to the showtime. Everything you've been dreaming is reality on the other side. Just push through a few demons, it's a cold ride but the soul survive. Everything you ever needed, gold miners on the inside. Take a look deeper, slow climbs to the showtime. Everything you've been dreaming is reality on the other side. Just push through a few demons, it's a cold ride but the soul survive.
Chakra music.
Trouble's weighing heavy on me. Trouble's on my soul weighing heavy on me. Take a pill for 30 days, the doctor ordered. Gotta keep my blood pressure in check. Don't wanna check out yet. Rolling up smoke, relieve the stress. Vented to my therapist. Wrap my mind around this shit. Most I please forgive me if I sin a little bit. I must admit, I'm getting doper. Never lost my mojo, slowly cooking this vegan stew. Call it the bitch's brew for those who doubt me. Make you feel the rap, verbal slow and fast. Grab the cash rules, everything around me, but we getting taxed. Middle fingers to Uncle Sam, cause this is whack. Hear my voice over King C's tracks, we stay humble. Never crumble when they call our name to hit the stage. Energy coming phases like the moon does. Control your emotions, wave in the oceans. I'm a work in progress, you can see the boots and the hi-hat. Beat it down constantly. Vented to my therapist, wrap my mind around the shit. Most I please forgive me if I sin a little bit. I must admit, I'm getting doper. Never lost my mojo, slowly cooking this vegan stew.
Chakra music.
Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. I don't do white papers even when burn slow as I take it to the dome. Plus when it's in rotation, we need 3 of our own. And too many paper planes make a no-fly zone. It's a must. When I want a Starsky with no Dutch, it's always something missing. Starsky with no hutch, long deck. It will tell me all the secrets, spill his gut. Then it's time to get gas, cold word, fill it up. Never been the type to pill it up, or the type to pill a blunt and say real shit you feel was blunt. Yes, I go in with the endo. Sometimes they make it work, blow like Nintendo. Hurricane wind, so get high. I let fly, bitch. I burn it down like left eye, like late night flights. How I stay with the red eye, cheap with the peeps from the bottom of best eye. You can find me laid up, no double clutch, no jump rope, but your girl do double dutch. Ease my mind when the trouble double up, on with a bubble up, 2 at once, double dutch. You can find me laid up, no double clutch, no jump rope, but your girl do double dutch. Ease my mind when the trouble double up, on with a bubble up, 2 at once, double dutch. I stay near the backwoods, no hicks. It's ironic that it's tree, but you see no sticks. We be lit and don't need no whip. Twist and lick, but don't leave no spit. Yeah, I pearl and need it for how the world get issues with my girl get smoke up real quick. And I watch it fade as I get faded. If you gaze, it's a haze when the haze lit. Pyro, how I blaze shit. Give me green like an herbivore. For whatever ails me, herbs a cure. A heavy toker, burn green in the joker. Wake and bake if you woke up. My favorite people are smokers. So pass the Dutchie on the left hand side and get high. How high? Red and
come in after my show.
Hey, this your mom. Give me a call back. Love you.
Learn to cloud surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times. So I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my coat to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors, trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, their assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff. Learn to cloud surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times. So I'd be lying if I said I don't believe. We can't find the truth.
I am intentional, I am the sun, I am original, I am the one.
Let's create a universe where the rings of Saturn. I'm the sun, you the moon and the light reflects, complementing each other, that makes us just. Energy shared between us is so phenomenal. Astrological, thinking on the same thought pattern. Let's create a universe where the rings of Saturn. Our love goes deeper than the meanings, feelings, healings, coasting on the wings of my eye. You're the air that I breathe, goddess of my dreams. Put you on a pedestal, place the one above you. Got you going in circles, showing my love Jones. Putting me in a zone, making this house a home. How long will it take for you to realize? Open up your third eye. Enoch is just God in the physical. Queen, I'm just a man. I need you to understand that I'm God in the physical. I'm the sun, you the moon, and the light reflects.
Hey, peace, 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 peace. Where am I? Mm-mm. Oh, there I am. Hello, Starseeds. Peace and blessings, Starseeds. This is Pranoia Starseed Podcast. Welcome, welcome. It's your girl, Foxy Roxy, the Starseed Activator, in the building tonight. It is, all right, let me do this. Free Flow Fridays. That's right. It is Free Flow Fridays. We are back with Free Flow Fridays. It's been a while since we've done a good Free Flow Fridays with a new person. Like, y'all know, we have some reoccurring starseeds who come here often, but we have very rarely had a new starseed come into the building until tonight. Yes, hello, starseeds. I'm waving at all of you. I see you there. Yes, yes. So, starseeds, tonight we have a very special guest. I tell you, I have been asking the universe to align these planets for a while, and it said, ma'am, have several seats. Wait. And we have waited. And tonight is a very special night. Okay. So let me just say this. She does so many things. I had no idea. So I don't even know how to introduce her because she does a lot. And I'll tell you, because I've gone through her YouTube, I've gone through her Instagram, I've been through all of this goddess. I don't even know what to call her. She's an entity, this deity, this whole vibe. Imah X, please come to the stage.
Gratitude. What a lovely. I feel that also, like, so grateful for you for sharing your platform and like us to finally connect. Like, it's been a long time coming. Like the song, but it's when it's supposed to. Mars is in Scorpio, so you're gonna get a very particular of Imah right now. So it's all good.
All right, so I'm realizing that with our talking, I'm gonna have to be quiet when you speak because it cancels out you when you're talking. So I'm just gonna make conscious effort to do that. But yes, it has been a long time coming. I love your energy. We have been on the platform together before. I've watched you on Do the Knowledge Radio. I've seen you on Instagram. I think you have really dope energy. You have very scorpionic energy, if I shall say so myself. But it's a beautiful energy. And so I would like you to introduce yourself to those who do not know you. And then we're going to get into some things that I found out that I didn't even know about you.
All right. Peace, beautiful people, divine beings. It is I, your friendly neighborhood, Imah X, Miss Imah the X. I am the CEO of Kinetic Media, which is a record label production company. I do engineering and also songwriting services. I also do, under the umbrella of Kinetic Creations, I have jewelry making business. I do leather crafting. I do woodworking. I also, under that umbrella, do natural hair care services and products, skincare products, wellness products. It's just a little bit of everything. I like to take a 365 senses approach to healing, and so I try to activate people on. I try to hit you in all your chakras. You know what I'm saying? I try to
Yeah.
a, a full range of things, but I'm probably forgetting some things. We'll probably start talking, and I'm probably like omitting a couple things. I know. Like, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying. I
think
know.
so. She does a lot. Like, first of all, she's an artist. She does her own music as well as with her songwriting services. I didn't even know you did battle rap. So we
Yeah,
going
yeah.
yeah, man. I've been in the archives. Wait a minute, because see, you was doing battle rap when I was watching battle rap. So I said, wait a minute. Now I know her from the spiritual community, but let me find out my sister over there with Babs and Lady Luck and all them folks. Like you really was out there doing it, and I love it. I went and watched it, and I thought it was really dope. So you are very well rounded. I would love to see your human design. I would love to see your human design. I feel
Oh,
like
I'm a projector like you. I'm a projector like.
yes. I bet you got a lot of, but I feel like you may have certain, like I feel like I want to see your body graph. I want to see what is lit up in you, because you seem to have, to me, a very strong sense of self, and you're very creative on a lot of levels. I see that. I notice that a lot of people who tend to have a strong sense of self push out a lot of different types of art because they just want to express themselves fully.
Yeah.
And I see that in you, like, because first we met on Do the Knowledge Radio, but of course I want to do research, and I'm like, oh, she does this. I like the woodwork that you like. She does woodwork, guys, like tedious, like that heart thing you created. Lord, have mercy. It's beautiful, but like you have to
Definitely.
have a certain type of mindset to sit there and do that, y'all. Like, yeah, go check her out. I think I made a reel a while ago, and it showed that in there, and it was just like it's so beautiful, but it's like, oh, I ain't gonna be able to do that. I would buy it, but I wouldn't be able to do it. It's very beautiful. And she does like jewelry, but your energy is in everything that you do, and it's very evident. So I want to know again. Okay, let's go back. You started doing things like when you was a kid. Who were you? Because I know this shit didn't start now. Like you are doing a lot. So I want to know what type of child you were when you was a kid. Like what would your parents tell us if they were sitting here like, yeah, tell us.
Okay.
What would they tell us?
That's actually a great question because I was an infinitely entertaining kid. Like if they had like YouTube and Instagram when I was a kid, I'd have probably went viral because I was always saying something crazy, something out of pocket. Like my mom used to get on me because I always used to correct adults, and she'd be like, "You don't correct adults," and I'd be like, "But they wrong," and they don't be mad. They just be like, "Oh, you, my bad," but she's like, "You don't
Right.
correct." So one time we was at the doctor's office. This is a story that she loves to tell. We were at the doctor's office, and my doctor said something, and it was wrong, and I corrected her. And she looked at my mom and told her, literally, this is a direct quote. She was like, "Put her in school and let her lead the children." This is what my doctor said about me when I was like 4 or so.
Oh, wow.
I used to do this. Like I've always been very aware of like the power of consciousness and the power of awareness. So like when I was little, I used to do this thing called blinking people out, where like if you got on my nerves and you was like doing too much energetically, I would literally walk up to you and I would blink at you. Like I would just close my eyes and blink at you real hard, and I would ignore you for the rest of the day.
You're gone. You're
Yeah,
gone to me. I don't even
yeah,
know.
like you're in timeout in my mind. You don't even exist right now. Like type of energy. Larger than that, I come from a long line of entrepreneurs, so I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit. I remember I was in like 3rd grade. I had a business. I used to do, like, you remember when gel pens was lit? You remember gel pens? So I
Yeah.
used to do gel pen. I used to do gel pen tattoos for my friends and like charge people for that. I used to make like little books about pollution or like different things that we was learning in school and sell them to my grandfather's friends and stuff. Like I actually started doing jewelry
That's
making
dope.
when I was younger too. So I always have been active. I wrote my first song when I was in like 4th grade. Um, Back when I wanted to be a singer, back before I was like, maybe singing is not the main lane, but started rapping in 6th grade.
Mm.
Me and my school actually took a trip to the Apollo Theater in Harlem in 6th grade. So I actually rubbed the stump before. Like, you know what I'm saying? I actually and like got to rap on that stage. We did like a little mini talent show, and it was beautiful. So yeah, it's been an interesting journey and an interesting evolution, and just becoming more of myself and unlearning a lot of things that tried to, implant and like get at me along the way. But
Mm-hmm.
all been it's all been exactly how it was supposed to be. So yeah. Imah
Always.
Imah as a kid was lit. Like, you see me doing the skits sometimes on Instagram or like or TikTok. Like, I used to, you remember in Home Alone 2 when he had to like join and you could do the voice thing. I had one of those. I had the girl version. It was purple. So like I used to be around the crib like making my own shows and everything. Like, just always
Ah,
super
yes.
creative, painting, a bunch of different things. Just, I love art and expression, and there's so many different mediums and there's so many different facets of me. So it's like, depending on which medium, you might get a different facet. So yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I already see. I can see that. I felt that energy when I first met you. I'm an energy, I'm a projector as well. So I absorb and feel that energy too. Yeah, we on the same page. You got that Scorpio, I got that Pisces energy. So I definitely
Oh,
feel you.
Pisces rising. Pisces rising.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's see.
Yeah.
So that's what you are. That's how we see you anyway. So yeah, it's very beautiful. Shout out to everybody in the room. Shout out to you, Hey Rainwater and Uni. Shout out to Uni, aka Universe. That's dope. Blink them out and don't give them the free space to occupy your mind. I love it. Yes. I think that's really dope. And it's dope that you learn to do that early on. Like, you know what? Boop, you don't exist. And to just keep moving, that is so dope. Some of us are still learning how to do that in this age and time. So that's really dope. Um, so we have some videos, we found and pulled out some things that we have found in the archives. And we played one of your videos earlier.
Yeah.
I really think you dope. I seen you do a live performance and you were on, it was on Instagram where you were out performing live. And so we know you done battle rap, but now you doing your own thing. You making your own music. How long have you been doing that?
So, as I was saying, like, I wrote my first song in 3rd grade. I wrote
Hmm.
rap in 6th grade. So pretty much sixth grade, I've been expressing myself through the medium of hip hop. I probably started making my own beats around like 18, 19, but really started getting into it like more seriously around like 25 or so. Um,
Mm.
it's been music. My dad played bass, like, you know what I'm saying? My mom loves music. I grew up listening to everything from like the Beach Boys to Al Jarreau to Frank Sinatra to like Marvin Gaye, like, you know what I'm saying, to
Yeah.
Cartana. Like, so music in all various forms and genres has always been intrinsic to my being. So it's just another language that I speak, is kind of like how I like to think about it, especially since I've added production in, because sometimes you can't find the words, but music and sound makes you feel things at a different,
Hmm.
and tap directly in. You don't necessarily have to go through people's thought centers, because like, you got to think about what I'm saying if you hear me saying something and it's intricate. But like, when I make a beat, you can feel me, and that's just like a little bit of a different level of nuance. So
Hmm.
it's all
I
beautiful.
love it. Yeah. So you make your own beats, make your own music, you make your own jewelry, shit. You make your own clothes, you make your own. I mean, like, what do you not make
Make my
that is
own oils, all the things. Yeah, no, I'm very
everything?
DIY.
Yo, she's a I made it myself. I just appeared myself. I think that's dope though. Like a lot of star seeds I see are very creative. Like I said, I like to look at people's human design because what is lit up is what they already know, but the open spaces, they also tell me a lot about what they're learning this lifetime. And so Do you know of any of your open spaces within your human design? Like, is there a spot do you know that's open? Do you have an open head or ajna or?
Wait, is my head open? I don't think my head is open. My throat is definitely not open. Um, so projectors all have one thing that's always open, whatever that one is. I definitely have
That
open.
solar plexus area, yeah, that's the one that the generators have. So we definitely don't have it. Yeah,
Oh no, isn't it the sacral one, or is that?
yeah, the sacral,
Yeah,
the where all the energy is, right there.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
I know I have a divine solar. I have a defined solar plexus because I'm like, no, I know who I am. I'm like,
Wait a minute. So you, I want to, yeah, we're gonna have to off stage. I need to see your body graph, Shorty, because
I
I
was.
feel like you probably got a lot of divine center. I mean, defined centers. I don't think you probably have a lot of open centers. Like,
I think splenic. I think my splenic is open. I think that one. I think I'm pretty sure.
okay,
I haven't looked at it in a minute.
but it's dope that you're a projector. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll be having to wait for my invitations. Gotta get in where I fit in. But
absolutely.
it's beautiful. It's taught me a lot about patience and a lot about divine timing to just
Hmm.
know that things are going to happen and just being able to step out on faith on a lot of levels and not feel like I have to force things or like chase
Hmm.
all of that. Just kind of let things come to me naturally. Just be myself and let that be the advertisement. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's beautiful. And that's a beautiful space to be in. I think that being young and knowing about your human design and your knowing being so conscious of self is beautiful. I think a lot of people again they find themselves later in life, but when you're younger and you can see that early on, you can catch on to so many things and like not let, because I feel like when we're younger we go through so much, right, but we don't understand it. But like human design and different like astrology, they all give us an understanding of what is going on. Even tarot, gives us archetypes to understand. I did notice that you do tarot, and I think that's dope. I love tarot. I am a tarot girl. So I think it's really dope that you do tarot. What brought you to tarot? What was it that drew you to tarot?
So like I've always been an energy reader. I've always been the person that people go to for insight into situations. Well, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? And I didn't realize that I've been reading people this whole time. I just thought that insightful. Like I just thought I was using my brain. I'm like, this just makes,
Right.
but a lot of times, it'd be my ancestors, it'd be my higher self, it'd be my spirit guides, like being like, no, say this, say that. So really, it was just a natural progression of. I've always been into divinatory tools, like you were talking about, like
Yeah.
to astrology. Like I probably know all of my charts. Like I'm INTP. Like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like give me a system of like.
That's that projected mind. Yes.
Yeah, like I follow the Mayan calendar, so like I know my Mayan astrology, like I know my new,
Hmm.
so my human design, I know like my whole astrology chart because I'm just like because there's so many different facets of me. All of these things kind of tap into a different version, and so just the awareness of being able to tap in and just get information in different ways, and by ancient systems that have been in place for so long, because there's a certain amount of anything that can stay around, as long as some of these things have stayed around, have to have an element of truth in them. If they did,
Hmm.
it'd have just been a fad, like passing in the night, and everybody would have moved on to something else if it didn't continually resonate and speak truth to people. So
Hmm.
it was really just born of me just trying to, since I've moved to New Orleans, I did my astrocartography before I moved here, so I kind of understood the energies that I would be encountering in this area, and just being able to navigate it with something that's going to give you relatively clear answers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I also do like a little bit of bibliography, like bibliography with like I Ching, and also like, keep my pendulum on deck. So like I'm into asking questions. I've
I
always
love it.
know why and like what's going.
Yes.
So anything that allows me to tap in and understand my reality and kind of like the cause and effect, especially the more subtler cause and effect. Like, it's easy
Hmm.
to the big things in motion, but sometimes it's like the subtle energies that are kind of hard to read, because I'm intaking so much stimuli, especially with like, social media being what it is, and people just bleeding their trauma on there. So I read a status and now I know about like what happened to you when you were 7, and I don't even want to know, but I'm just like, ooh, who hurt you? Ooh, gosh. Like, and all I did was read a status. So like, yeah, sometimes it's hard to sort through all of that, just with my mind. So,
Mm.
you know, cards and different things are just ways that I can tap in better. And also, I found that a lot of times people who use tarot and so forth, like, we are just energy readers. Like, we would probably tell you the same thing without the cards. The cards are
Yes.
other people's benefit, to show them like in real time, because like, you can say things to people but they don't necessarily be hearing you, especially if it's not
Yes.
they want to hear. But if you say something to them and then you pull a card randomly and the card say the exact same thing you just said, like,
Yes.
argue with that. It's a little bit.
Right, exactly. A lot of tarot readers do that. They'll talk to you first. They'll start talking, and then the cards will just coordinate with what they were saying, and it will correspond, and just tell them like, yeah, that's exactly what. But people need that. They need
They,
an external something they can see to know that you just ain't telling them some like, I get it, because that's what I be trying to explain. I had a conversation before where people, people come for me sometimes, about the cards or tools, or I love my tools, because tools are put here to be used. It's like, you mad at me because you out here digging up and planting by hand, and I went and got a hoe. It's the same thing. I just decided to use this hoe to put sow my seed, and you want to use your hands, and you think that you better than me. No, I just came up with a better way of getting to the answers, but it's here. Energy is within, like, everywhere. It just like a baby wants to be born, an idea wants to be born, energy wants to be read, it wants to be heard. It's like, I'm here to guide you, but you got to ask for the guidance. Like, it's a genie, that's what the genie is. It's like the energy around you is anything you want, you have to ask for. You have to, and you have to ask for it on an internal level first, right? Like, I know that there are people who play with cards, and then there's people who read cards, because I've been to a card player. Like, I've been to a tarot reader, and I'm like, that's definitely not what I read. But okay, well, we'll see where we're going with this. And it was not what it was. And I'm not going to say who it is, because she's out here doing her thing, and maybe she read other people correctly, but I didn't feel like the energy was more about the money. There are readers out here that are really about the energy and about getting the message out and like doing what divine is guiding them to do. I seen your readings. I think you're really dope. I have tarot readers come on here. They come on Tarot Tuesdays. We do Tarot Tuesdays here. We do free readings for the star seeds who come through. So if you ever feel like you want to do a Tarot Tuesday, just hit me up. Let me know. It's an energy share and exchange here, but I think it's a safe space where people can ask the questions that they are afraid to ask in other spaces. And I feel like, projectors, for sure, we always need a platform where we could just, like, be invited into other people's energy, because we always got a message for somebody. I swear. I be waiting, but it'd be like, nah, don't say that, because they gonna really be mad because they did not ask you for that shit. So
the gift,
you got
like, you know what I'm saying, it's the gift and the curse. It's the balance, because it's definitely like, I had to learn very much that you can't want more for people than they want for themselves. And that goes hand in hand with that, because a lot of people do not want the truth. They don't actually want it. They want to interact with reality at whatever level they are doing. And this is
Mhm.
like, everybody came here to experience whatever they incarnated to experience. And so like, I be thinking that everybody wants enlightenment like me. Everybody want to like break the generational cycles, and everybody want to, and that's not the case at all. So like
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta let people wallow in their ignorance, and it. I had to learn to not let it be hurtful,
Right.
to just see it and be like, hey, that's your path, namaste. Like I like, you know what I'm saying, I see all the potential in you, but you might not get there for like 5 lifetimes, and that's cool. That's
That's
cool.
not your journey this lifetime. We don't know we don't know how many like you got your own journey, and that, you know what, as a projector, I think it's really difficult to stay out of other folks' business in a way that you want to help. Even me, I'm a projector mother. Oh my goodness. I understand why Ra was like, projectors in a perfect world, projectors would not have children. Why? Because they don't have a lot of energy. It's the amount of energy that we have to extend to certain things. But also think about you having a projector as a mother. Like your mother, she can't help but tell you things that you
Yeah,
don't want to hear. And you just like,
yeah. Read you for filth. Yeah, yeah. And you
please, can
go
you
through your becoming, and like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a certain amount of skin knees that have to go along with childhood and development in this reality. But especially with that mothering instinct, you just be wanting to protect them and save them from all the hurt in the world.
from
You know,
everything. And you cannot, because you know what? You need to just let them skin their knees and bump their heads, because that's their life. And when they need you, they come to you, and you can spill it then. And they're waiting for the invitation shit. That just, don't get me started on that. So let's get back to you. All right. So we know you do music, you do tarot, you are a very spiritual being, you are very knowledgeable of yourself, and you were a very quirky little kid. So where do you see yourself going? Like what is this path that you see yourself on? What are your aspirations for the future? Do you
came with the
tell
good,
me?
came with lights. Oh man, where do I see myself? So I've been doing this thing recently, where I volunteered to plant trees. So like one prong of that, I just said the other day, I was like, I want to be the black female Johnny Appleseed, even though he was capitalist nonsense. But like, I want to plant 1,000 trees in my lifetime. I want to have a horse sanctuary. I decided that today. I want to um come up with some land and have a safe space for people who need healing, and have like a kind of a 360 healing modality. I already, work with a certain amount of plant medicines and have guided people on like trips in a therapeutic fashion. So all of the music that I make is trained to certain frequencies to have certain effects past just being inspiring in and of itself, or dope, or like a vibe, like, but it's also scientifically like doing some work. So I just want to take all the things that I'm doing now and kind of expand my radius, like, I'm saying, expand my reach with all of these things, because I'm
Mhm,
so grateful for anybody who I've ever helped, anybody who I've ever like resonated with. Like, even in me doing hair, that's a super healing thing, and I become like a therapist in a very one-on-one sense. Um but I would like to be able to increase my reach with all of these things. So I want
mhm,
to start, networking with other dope creatives, because I do a lot of things, but I don't even do everything. There's still things that I don't do. And so like I want to tap in with other people who work with mediums, or work with healing modalities that aren't necessarily my wheelhouse, and bring that together, because a lot of times you see kind of things working within isolated, like, it's people who do Reiki, or it's people who do sound healing. There's some people who do both, or like it's people who do this and people who do that, or like, and people who do herbology, and people who do like crystal work, and like, and so like I'm just about incorporating all of those things, because it's like when you deep clean something versus when you clean it on the surface. Like, no, we trying deep heal, we trying to heal all up in the nugget, like, you know what I'm saying. So
mhm,
that's just my part of my life path, part of my mission, is to just bring people to the awareness of themselves, by allowing them to heal and like, you know, reconnect with their inner child. A lot of so many of our traumas are like deeply centered in our child space and our parental wounds and the things that occurred when we were not autonomous, when we didn't have any say and so forth. And so I just want to, you know, heal the world, make it a better place for you and me and the entire human race. Lofty as fuck. It's lofty. It's hella lofty. But
I bet you whoever wrote that is probably a projector.
this is Mike. Mike was a projector. We got to do Mike's. We got to do Mike's.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great one.
That's a good
Yeah.
now. Mike's human design. That probably be interesting.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
But yeah, like, and just bring joy. And also just bring people closer to the creator, whether that's the creator within them or if you believe in, you know, whatever like spiritual system you get into. I just want people to be closer to the real things that matter in this reality as opposed to the things that are propped up on pedestals and fed to us by ads and that we're told to care about that isn't actually real at the end of the day. Like, so yeah, I tell people all the time I work for God, I work for my ancestors, like they pay my bills, like, you know what I'm saying, like that's who I work for. That's where
Absolutely.
orders. Like anything else I'm not really about. Like I would like to acquire a certain amount of assets, but only so that I can like redistribute that and like use it for like, you know, like you were saying, tools. I had to heal my relationship with money and understand that money is just another tool. And it's a tool that can allow me to do great things. Because, you know, I used to be one of those poor righteous teacher, like you're saying, like, oh, I want to not. But like I used to be like literally like a monk. I'm just like, no, I will not have material things. And then I'm just like, that's a cool way to live and everything, but it doesn't necessarily allow me to do my work and also to take care of myself at the level
Right.
that's necessary to be able to do my work. Like if I ain't ate good, like I can't be out here trying to be everything to everybody. Like I got a tree planting in the morning tomorrow. If I'm not,
Oh,
yeah, like it, with an organization out here called Soul. So it's like if I'm not well rested, if I don't get my rest, if I don't eat, if I don't hydrate, I won't be in a position to go and do that. And so it's like the self-care as a means. And unfortunately in this reality, you know, money tends to be the medium of exchange, though I am open to bartering. So anybody who wants to, you know what I'm saying, exchange services or anything, hit me up. Like if I do something you need and you do something I need, that's
I'm
literally
all about it. Yes. I'm
how
for the Bari system.
how everything has been done since ancient times.
Yes.
So
But that's dope. I think that, you know, again, we need more energy like that. We need people who are, you're a tree. All your branches is just keep on growing and expanding, and you just want to keep expanding in what you already are. And that's beautiful because, you know, a lot of times when we think about the future, we think about it as if we're not already in it. We are already in it. We are what it is. We just need to expand in who we are. So I think that's very beautiful. So I think we have a video clip that we want to show. My producer put some lovely things together here. So let's see. Imah X, y'all. Let's see what we got.
loading AA.
Mhm.
Well, this gives me time to get all of my bashful out. All of my bashful out. It's probably going. Is it battle rap? I feel like it's probably going to be
Tactics ill, like a heroin addict. All my fucking tracks is ill, a heroin addict. While this bitch has a mattress fill. I draw on this hater and illustrator creator. I'm so great you can weigh it. Alright, listen. My team's a total package, so we'll get a package deal. I kill beats and then I ask him how the fucking casket feels. What you lack is real. Fruit to your core. You lack appeal. Germ warfare. Cause all my fucking tactics ill. Like a heroin addict. All my fucking tracks is ill. A heroin addict. While this bitch has a mattress fill. I draw on this hater and illustrator creator. I'm so great you can weigh it.
baby battle rap, Imah.
Wait a minute now. Imah out that Joe slaying. No, listen. First of all, loving it. Yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you for that. Grind time. DMV. Tell me, you out here? You out here doing this?
So like my Mars is in Scorpio. My Mars is in Scorpio, so I naturally have a warrior spirit. Um,
Absolutely.
so I'm big on competitive things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I would have taken martial arts as a kid, I'd probably be somewhere doing MMA right now. Like literally, I'd probably be somewhere doing MMA. But I was a poet as a kid, and so when you're a poet as a kid, but you like to fight with words, you become a battle rapper. And
Yes.
how it started, especially being from Philly, because Philly has such a history within the battle rap culture. You know, like I grew up in the era of like Joey Jihad, Reed Dollars, like Smack DVDs, like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like 10, 11, 12. Those were kind of like my formative years within hip hop. And it's something that I've always found to be just fun. It's fun, it's intriguing. And I got my start with Grind Time. I actually was originally trying to do Grind Time New York, and I think I hit up like, I don't even know who was running the league at the time, but I hit them up, and then like I didn't get no traction off that. And then D-Rex, shout out to the homie, shout out to my big homie D-Rex. He's the CEO of Grind Time, like one of the CEOs of Grind Time at the time. Um, Hit me up and was like, oh, like we doing a league in a DMV, like it's not no females down there, because the New York league was super oversaturated, because it's New York, everybody in New York spit, everybody in New York is like a deep, they all got 18 billion niggas with them, like, you know what I'm saying? So they was like, we doing Grind Time DMV. And at the time I had been going to school. I was going to college in DC. I went to, George Washington University. So I was familiar with the DMV area. And I was like, all right, yeah, like I'll pull up. So the clip that was just there was, this is my first battle. That's my first battle ever. I don't remember how
Oh
old I was.
wow, that was your first battle.
That's my
Damn,
first.
you came out. You came out with the Rocky. I mean, whatever he was, Rambo joint. You had all the bullets loaded on you. Damn, that's your first joint.
That was my
Yes.
first. Yeah, it was
Wow, it's his first female battle rapper in the DMV on Grind Time. That is dope.
yes.
That's my home. This is where I live. I'm in DMV right now. This is home.
Yeah.
So I love that. I think that's really dope.
It's a beautiful area, and I was happy to rep it. I made a lot of dope connections with people down there. That battle was versus a shorty named Anisha, who was on like 106 and Park Freestyle Friday a couple times. So like, yeah, battle rap has always been one of those things that, like the spiritual part of me is just like a little bit, but like the part of like my base, my root chakra be like, yes, like let's go battle somebody. Like my crown chakra be like, we could just meditating right now. But my root chakra be like, no, we got to get out this Mars energy however we can. And it's funny.
Absolutely.
It's funny that you bring it up, because I'm actually scheduled for a battle right now, October 29th in Philly.
Oh,
Yeah, the homie Easy, the block captain, has a league, and the last time he had a card, I was like, "There's no shorties on this card, like that's kind of crazy." He was like, "Well, you still at it?" And I was like, "I mean, I could be. What's up?" So he threw together a dope card. It's gonna be like a couple of, Philly greats, and like also newcomer people who are trying to get a shake in it. And I'm excited. It's gonna be my first battle in probably about at least 4 years. So it's
oh wow.
my ancestors told me to go back and secure the legacy, because I'm talented, but I haven't always lived up to that potential, just in terms of me not understanding certain elements, as far as like, people really care about your performance. Like, it's battle rap. They want you to get animated. They want you to make gun sounds and do motions and all, like, all sorts of things. And I always was more focused on like, no, what I'm saying is good. But now I've learned how to mix some of the more performative elements, and also just bars on top of bars. And also the culture kind of had to catch up with me a little bit, because the way that I used to rap is the way that people rap now, like complex setups. Like my setups be mini bars. Like even like the things that I'm saying to set up a larger punch still has its own like nuance to it. Whereas a lot of times back then people would just be like simple, simple, simple punchline, simple, simple, simple haymaker. Whereas I'd be like haymaker, simple bar, like punchline, like, and people would just be like, what? Like I remember one shorty was judging one of my battles one time and she was like, don't nobody want to hear all them big words. So I feel like literally, so I feel like as battle rap has expanded, grown, I think they're much more ready for what I bring to the table because we live in a fast world now. Like we live in a world where it's like, like we went through Vines and now it's Reels, but people are used to intaking information now at a higher rate. So I feel like people are probably a little bit quicker to catch the things I'm saying a little bit better. So I'm excited to get back to it, but it's been a journey, and like I'm not gonna say it's been all cute because like any culture, like anything, battle rap is clicky. It has its like like it's undercurrents of just like especially being a female within the sport, like a lot of times the females who get the most on be the ones who have cosigns from dudes they either be in cliques with or they be dating battle rap dudes, and like that's how they kind of raise their stock. But I've never been in a clique. Like I've never like I'm saying dated no dudes from the battle rap culture despite people's best efforts. I've never been on that type time. I've always been like I roll to events maybe like me and one other person, me and like two people max. Like I be solo dolo with it. I've gone to battles by myself, like just hopped on the bus, like we out here, and it's something to be said for that. And my ancestors are just like, nah, like it's like Wakanda. It's like show them who you are, like what I'm saying. So it's about to be real fun. I look forward to it.
I love it. It's like Wakanda.
Yeah, life is about balance, like I do my super
It is
heal the world things, but then I also like go and talk crazy to people sometimes. It's okay. It's okay.
Hey, I think it's beautiful, and I think that I get the vibe. Like you, basically, you don't need all of that. You come, what you bring is enough, and a lot of times people like that are before their time. So yeah, it's good that you're coming back. The ancestors say, "Bring it, bring it." I can't wait. I'm gonna be looking for the reels. I'm gonna be looking for the clips. I'm gonna be showing it over here on Pronoid. Like, yo, best believe, yeah, we'll be definitely sharing that information. Yo, if you have not checked her out, Imah X is on Instagram. You can find her there. She is really dope. She does a lot of dope things. Like, so that heart, just tell me how long. Y'all gotta go see this. It's a woodwork that she does on this heart. And it starts off with like, I mean, first of all, you definitely had to be able to draw. And you sitting there just tediously had to draw all of that in first and then go back and cut it out. What kind of brain do you have? And patience do you, where do you conjure this amount of patience to get that? Because how long did it take? And where is it now?
So my mother was a seamstress. My grandfather was an engineer. So I get the meticulous, fine motor skills stuff. Super honest, super honest. But it originally actually started. So like the inspiration for the design itself comes from like like composition books and how they have like that marbling on the front. It was kind of like that. So it was a design that I actually used to draw a lot when I was a kid. I just used to like anything that had like a closed in space, I would kind of just do that and do like the contrast where I would color one section in and just leave the other section. But it evolved past that. So like as I got older, I was just like, well, I should use this for something. Like I've done it on hoodies. Like I've done that heart on hoodies and stuff with like fabric paint and different things, but not really anything commercially. So I was just like, I've done a couple different iterations of it, but that's the most complex one. Usually I'll just like wood burn it. Like I have one here. Hold on, wait, give me 1 second. My grandma's So this is one of the earlier iterations of it.
Yeah.
Where, as you can see, it's just like the detail, and it's kind of like this one is kind of like a yin yang type of thing, and it's got like a gradient, like it's a little bit darker on the outsides on this side
Mm-hmm.
and darker on the inside on this side. So like I kind of did that intentionally. So it's basically like this design. But what I did was go through and all the parts that are like all the light skin parts, see all the light skin parts. I went through and I carved those out.
Yo, she carved those out. You understand? Like she went in, and so all you have it's like a 3D now.
Yeah.
It's crazy
One
how
second.
you did that. Yeah, hopefully she's going to show it to us, y'all. Listen, I saw this and I said, man, that's it. Oh my God, there it is. Look. How, Sway? I don't understand. Like this to me reminds me of almost like of a what is it called? Oh, when the aliens come and they put it in the grass.
Crop circle.
Crop circle. Like no, there's no lines outside. It's like you just did it and then it's like boom, it's there. Like how is it sitting there? What in the hell? How did you do it? So how long did that take?
It was honestly a process over like probably about a year, because like I was working on it off and on, because like I do so many things that I don't usually start something and then work on it to completion. I'll usually start like 8 things, come back to one thing, finish up
Right.
something back. So like that's usually how I work. And also originally I was doing it with all hand tools. So I was literally doing it with like X-Acto knives and like carving it out. But when it got to some of the more intricate pieces, they started to break off. So that's why there's like this little break here, because when I was working with the X-Acto knife, it got too delicate. So
man, that is crazy.
I went and got a Dremel. And so like I used the Dremel to kind of like sand it out, and then like the X-Acto knife, once it's mostly like carved out, to just kind of clean it up and everything. But yeah, it's been a fun process. It's the first of many. I'll probably do it on like a larger scale at some point in time. I'll probably do a different iterations of it, but it's not even finished yet. I'm gonna cover it in resin and like like really give it that laminated shiny look, because right now it's still super raw. But yeah, it's I've always enjoyed a certain degree of tedium. I do hair, like, I'm saying, I do locks. So like you got a certain amount of tediousness that comes with that, because I don't know if y'all have seen some people's heads, but some people be having like a billion locks. Their hair be crazy thick. And I go in and I got to clean up all of that. And there's a certain amount of bringing order to chaos that is like soothing about that. Like go from like looking like anything to looking like something. That's essentially what the act of creation is in a macrocosm. Like, I'm saying? So
I'm a licensed cosmetologist as well, and what I love to do is make it, because that was the beauty of it. Like people would come in and you would go from, I mean, woo woo woo, and then they'd leave out be like, girl, oh my God, and then you'd be like, oh, it makes you feel good, and but see, that's where I could do that. What you did with that heart, girl, I would have been broke that job. Like, oh, it's too much.
Well, I'm very like I said, I get the fine motor skills and everything super, super, that's just my gene pool. So, but I'm also very gentle, like in terms of like I'm a tiny person, you know what I'm saying? So I'm able to do the delicate things very well. And more so than that, like it's soothing to me. It's somewhat therapeutic. Like I'll put on music and just get lost in that. And it's like, because like wood burning also is like, working with wood is awesome, because like different woods have different smells. So like if I'm wood burning some cedar, that's gonna smell different than if I'm wood burning some maple. And so like it's just like a whole experience on top of just the layer of like making something. And it's just it was a lot of fun, and I was super pleased. Like, you have no idea, like when it started to get to the home stretch, I was like, oh, I might actually do it. I might actually do it. It might not actually, because like I was so worried about it breaking, like, and so many things, because this is technically the reason it's like this is because it's all one piece.
Right, right.
Like,
It's no like you had to you kept it all together. It's not glued together or anything. It's like you carved it where it all stayed together, and that's really dope.
yeah. And
I
I also,
thought that was so dope. When I saw that on your page, I said, oh, she a whole nother kind of being. She said, she's different. I like that. Very, very nice.
I
Yes.
appreciate
Yeah, it takes a delicate hand to do certain things like that. And I can see how, again, you have a very soft and very inviting, loving spirit. So yes, it is very dope. Yes, we love you over here on Pronoia. You have to come back.
Oh, of course, anytime, anytime. This is just this is just the first of many iterations. And I've always really loved and respected your energy as well. You asking all these poignant questions, like I'm saying, you are an excellent hostess, both in terms of proficiency and also invitingness. So like I appreciate you very, very
Oh,
deeply
thank you.
platform, and like sharing me with your audience, and allowing us to just have a build, because like it's dope to just build. Like that's what this has been, like, as much as it's been an interview, it's just been us busting it up, and I super
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, these questions, there's no written questions. It was just, I'm gonna feel her energy. And I definitely knew you as a star seed when I met you over there on Do the Knowledge Radio. I've met so many people, but it's, star seeds tend to stand out to me. They tend to be very creative. Like I said, I didn't know you did battle rap. I'm loving it because I'm telling y'all, I was a battle rap fan. Like I used to be sitting there watching that junk because that's why I was a big Remy fan, because Remy was a battle rapper. People
Yeah,
didn't
she
even know
started
Remy
off,
used to be.
yeah, the joint with her and Lady Luck. I seen
Yeah,
that joint.
that was my shit.
Yeah, like I'm very deep within the culture, and like I've done. I came in at a time where grind time was kind of falling off, so I've kind of had the privilege to work with different leagues, because it wasn't like any one league kind of made me. Like I had my first battle on grind time, but then like sort of at the same time Queen of the Ring was emerging. So like I had one weekend, like I had a couple of times where like I had a battle on grind time, and then like I had a battle on Queen of the Ring like the next day, and I'm like hopping on a bus to go like someplace else. So like being able to grace the different stages and just meet all the different, like, shout out to Debo, shout out to Babs, like, I'm saying, shout out to the homie Ines, just to be able to meet so many people within the culture and have them recognize my talent, give me a shot, give me a platform, just like you know what I'm saying, give me a shot, give me a platform, and just being able to just showcase those energies has been a beautiful journey. I've worked with Boss Chick Rain, I've worked with just so many people who are fixtures within the culture, like shout out to Sarah Kana, like I'm saying, so many people who have just like fucked with me. Shout out to the homie Nestle. Like, I'm saying, so many people who were like, no, you dope. Like, I'm saying, like, no, like, because even now, like, shout out to Easy, because like he was just like, I'm saying, like, you ain't been on in a minute, but I know you, like, you still got it. And I was like, bro, I still got it. It's just a matter of dialing it up. And so like it's just been a beautiful journey. And like, all the different opponents that I've had, like my biggest battle of all time is probably 40 bars.
Yep, I saw that.
Yeah,
That joint had like over 272,000 views too. I was
yeah,
like, damn.
up
Yep,
there.
I saw that.
And she was a good sport. That we both took that battle on like 2 weeks notice, because like originally her opponent dropped out. So like 2 weeks notice, Debo hit me up and was just like, you want to battle 40 bars in 2 weeks? And I was just like, sure, I could do that. So literally I only had 2 weeks to write and prep
Oh,
for that.
wow.
And it turned out to be one of my better showings. Like, she admits she lost that battle. Like, other people be like, no, they'd be like, no. She's like, nah, Imah got me on that joint. And so it's just a beautiful. I respect it as an element of hip hop. I respect it as an art
Hmm.
form. And I respect it as a deterrent to actual violence. Like, I'm saying, because it's like, yo, we can battle And then like whoever the best MC, like we don't gotta necessarily take it to some street shit. And like, you know, life is about balance, and we all want to see the preservation of life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants life to be out here lost recklessly. So it's just like
Right.
that's how a lot of the elements, like that's how b-boying kind of started, because it's like, yo, instead of us gang warring, like that's like the whole concept of the Beat It video with Michael Jackson. It's like,
Yeah,
we
right.
gang war, we finna have a dance off, nigga. Who bad? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
I
you gotta,
love it.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why shout out to Sunshine Monet L with the flatter
Yes,
battle.
yes,
Yes. I think
because that's
that's
the other
beautiful.
polarity. That's the other polarity, because like the spiritual side of me is very aware of the fact that like throat chakras are powerful. So like it's a certain thing to be out here talking crazy to people. I usually frame it in a way that is hypotheticals. So I'm not necessarily speaking negativity over people's life, but I'm just like, if you were to come for me, these are the things that would probably happen to you if you decided to come to my doorstep on some nonsense. But if you don't do
Right.
that, like, you know what I'm saying? But flatter battles are beautiful because it's just like I said, it's the opposite polarity. It's just like, and it takes a certain amount of creativity to come out and be able to compliment people in creative ways. Like, it's really like a beautiful thing. So
It
yeah.
is. I thought that was such a beautiful concept. I hope it catches like fire soon enough, because I feel like, it's so easy for us to think of the most negative things about somebody, but it's really hard sometimes to look at somebody and give them a compliment, especially like, men and other men trying to compliment each other. That shit, they be like, listen, I'd rather curse you out than compliment you. And think about it, even though it may feel awkward at first, everything feels awkward at first. But once we get used to it, like, I mean, I think it's dope. I would love to see. I'm gonna have her bring it here and bring some of y'all back and do the flatter battle. I think that'd be dope. But man, it has been a great build with you here on Pronoia Starseed Podcast. I am so excited that we finally got you over here. We're gonna
Yes.
definitely have to bring you back for so many different things. She got so many different talents, y'all. Like she can bring out her jewelry. She can bring out, man. She can start rapping on you. She can lock your hair. She she can do it all. Imah X, y'all. She is dope. Anything else you'd like to say to the Starseeds before we close out tonight?
Just be yourself, love yourself, know yourself, trust yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I could share anything with that, it's just like it starts with you, like as cliche as it is. Um, you can't help nobody if you can't help yourself. You can't love nobody if you haven't learned how to love yourself and to receive. So yeah, healing is important, but also just joy is also important. Like, we get very much bogged down in like, our history and our ancestry, but it's like we're our ancestors' wildest dreams out here, and their wildest dreams sometimes were things as simple as rest, things
Yeah,
as simple as joy, things as simple as good, healthy, nourishing food. A lot of those, so
absolutely.
that we take for granted, um, are really super powerful. And don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything you hear, especially if the source is not reliable. Especially if the source is people who've been like who have permission to lie to you, like the government has permission to lie to you. They're just like, yeah, it's classified, and then like they declassify it, and they're like, yeah, we've been lying to you about that for like 40 years. You be all right though.
Right.
So like, get into your higher self, get into the most high, get into your ancestors, because those things will not lie to you for 40 years and then tell you and gaslight you, and you be like, I know the government is doing this, and they be like, no, we're not, and then you'd be like, oh yeah, we were. Like, your ancestors won't do that to you. Like, they're not going to.
Absolutely.
So like, tap in with yourself first and foremost, like, you know what I'm saying, because everything is within you. Everything you need is within you. Like, there's not, like, we, like, as much as there are tools and everything, like everything you need though, like everything you need in order to operate those tools and wield them at a high level, like that all starts with you when your divine soul sparks. So honor that, and just, you know what I'm saying, just honor that.
Absolutely. What great advice. There you go, Star Seeds. Imah X. Check her out on Instagram. Also, this we started off the show by playing Double X Dutch by Imah X. I don't know if we got another one wrapped up. I don't know. My producer has been pulling the videos. Shout out to Enoch Seventh Prophet backstage, making everything run so smoothly. But if we do, let's go out with that. If not, I will see you Star Seeds on the next one. Perry will be back with us next Sunday. The Sun Chaser, he will be in the building. We're gonna get Imah back in the building. I will let y'all know. Y'all know, just check the reels. You'll see. You'll see when she'll be back. All right. Thank you, Starseed. This is Pronoia Starseed Podcast. The universe is always working in your favor, no matter what it may feel like. Have a great evening. Thank you for sharing your energy. Good night. Peace.
Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Light it up, roll it up, smoke it up. I don't do white papers even when I am alone. I need it to burn slow as I take it to the dome. Plus when it's in rotation, we need 3 of our own. And too many paper planes make a no-fly zone. It's a must. When I want a Starsky with no Dutch, it's always something missing. Starsky with no hutch, long deck. It will tell me all the secrets, spill his gut. Then it's time to get gas, cold word, fill it up. Never been the type to pill it up, or the type to pill a blunt and say real shit you feel was blunt. Yes, I go in with the endo. Sometimes they make your work blow like Nintendo. Hurricane wind, so get high. I let fly, bitch. I burn it down like left eye, like late night flights. How I stay with the red eye, chief with the peeps from the bottom of the best eye. You can find me laid up, no double clutch, no jump rope, but your girl do double dutch. Ease my mind when the trouble double up, on with a bubble up, 2 at once, double dutch. You can find me laid up, no double clutch, no jump rope, but your girl do double dutch. Ease my mind when the trouble double up, on with a bubble up, 2 at once, double dutch. I stay near the backwoods, no hits. It's ironic that it's tree, but you see no sticks. We be lit and don't need no whip. Twist and lick, but don't leave no spit. Yeah, I pearl and need it for how the world get issues with my girl get smoke up real quick. And I watch it fade as I get faded. If you gaze, it's a haze when the haze lit. Pyro, how I blaze shit. Give me green like an herbivore. For whatever ails me, herbs a cure. A heavy toker, burn green in the joker. Wake and bake if you woke up. My favorite people are smokers. So pass the Dutchie on the left hand side and get high. How high? Red and